If you had a chance to come up for air, I know you played a national title game a week after you take the Alabama job. Have you had a chance to kind of rest for a few moments?
No, not at all. But that's okay. You know, that means that there's a lot of people pulling in a lot of different directions, and it's been fun getting to know our team. They're doing a great job on campus, really kind of steady now in their workouts, and you know, out on the road, just meeting a lot of new faces and enjoying it. You know, the Alabama logo means a lot down here in the Southeast, and so it's been really fun. You know, here these last 2 weeks being out.
You might have 2 first-round draft picks at wide receiver. What's your recruiting pitch to those guys at that position, at that skill position, knowing how much you've developed them to the highest level?
Yeah, when you put it that way, with 2 potential first-round draft picks, I think it sells itself. But you know, you really dive into how we got to that point. It's scheme and all that, but it's a lot of development, and that's going to happen not just at the wide receiver position, but across the board in our football team.
Coach, you see a difference between Pac-12 football and SEC football? Any noticeable difference?
Yeah, I mean, I think there is. I mean, you know, this level of football here in the SEC has been at a high you know, championship level for a long time, and I think every part of the country has their own style. You know, physicality is what wins championships, and you know, I think that's what that's what a lot of what we do is going to be based on. But you know, I think football is also football, no matter where you go. And, our stuff will also translate to wherever we've been. You know, and I've been in the Midwest and at other places in the country, and you know, just making the jaunt from the West Coast to the Southeast. I think all the things we do will translate over.
How cool to see Michael Penix? He went through a lot before he got to Washington to see everything work out so well for him.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. You know, just kind of in 5 minutes, a snapshot of what he's gone through and what he's all worked for, and you know, realizing that dream right now, and really in the best place he's ever been. You know, when it comes to, you know, 2 to 3 years now, being healthy and just continue to develop and grow. Just all he's been through has prepared him mentally, you know, for this type of scenario, to where, you know, the pressure is the pressure, but he knows it, has the confidence that he's going to be just fine if he just does what he's capable of each and every day.
Coach, in the off-season, when it's hard for the coaching staff to spend as much time with the players, how beneficial could it be for Jalen Milroe to be around a Brailsford, be around a Bernard, where they could just talk player to player about the offense?
Yeah, you know, from a staff standpoint, we're really looking forward to next week, to being around our guys and spending a lot of time with the team, you know, back on campus. But those that have come with us from Washington, you know, there's certainly an understanding of, you know, even the system, you know, and what you know, what certain concepts are called and how we teach them. So hopefully back on campus, they're picking up on those things. Jalen with, you know, Austin, and as well as you know, having a center like Parker there, knows all the calls, and we can hit the ground running here next week when it comes to installing offense and defensive systems.
What did you see from bringing on Kane Womack as the defensive coordinator?
Well, I just know he's really good. You know, I mean, I saw him every single day in practice there in 2019, going against him, and I think he's just you know, continued to take those steps forward the year after I left, and you know, him being a head coach and especially understanding everything down here in Alabama, the state. I know he's a relationship guy, and so you know, he just brings a lot of energy and organizational skills that I know are going to be really important for the program. You know, I think it says a lot about, you know, the University of Alabama to be able to pull someone like Kane and all the things that he had going for him with the success he's had at South Alabama.
What did you see from Austin Mack that made you want to bring him over here?
Well, I think his skill set and all the tools he brings as a quarterback, the arm talent, but I also just think he's got a really great head on his shoulders. He's young, and for him to do what he did this last year with us, he reclassified and really learned the offense as fast as anyone I've ever seen at that age. And so, you know, he's got to just continue to grow, continue to develop. And I know he's all about those challenges. He sees them as opportunities, and it was exciting for him as well as us to have him come down here.
Coach, your team won the Joe Moore Award. Did your offensive line have a specific physicality and different shapes and sizes? In other words, were they 300 pounders, 350? Or you like them big? You like them quick? You like them? How do you like your offensive line?
Yeah, I think you know, we just worked with what we had, and obviously it was a strong group. You know, multiple, you know, both our right tackle and left tackle are going to be high-end draft picks, and you know, Roger's here at the Senior Bowl and doing a great job. So talent, you know, was in a great spot there, and now it's just a matter of, you know, utilizing their strengths, and a lot of it revolved around, you know, what your quarterback can do. And with Michael, we were able to protect him, and then I think as the season went along, each and every year, 22 and 23, we developed a run game as the year went along, and that was important for us to win a conference championship. And you know, the game, you always say you wear the pads for a reason, right? It's meant to be a physical game, and so the heart and soul of what we do, we'll have to rely on that.
You've been in a couple of new places the last couple of years. With your experience the last handful of years, adjusting in the spring to a new place, how quick does it take for everybody to adapt to learn your system?
Yeah, I think first of all, from a coach's standpoint, you just jump all in, and you know, as far as getting to know the guys and the relationships, and I think that's what you ask of your players too, is to not try to wonder and second guess in any way, and if they embrace what we are going to bring to them, you know, we can make these strides very quickly in the weeks and months ahead throughout the spring.
Coach, from the time you got the job, what's the roster management been like in terms of guys on the roster and recruiting and future recruiting classes?
I think just with our own roster management, it's really, I think we've done a pretty good job. I know initially, when uncertainty was there and Coach said retiring, we lost some guys, and there were some guys that were gone even before that. But maybe it's just a handful since then. And so, you know, I feel really good about where the kind of mindset of the team is at, and they're into workouts and wanting to hold the standard. Can't wait to get I know they can't wait to get what our systems are, the playbooks and all of that. So I think it's just a really good spot. Obviously, we got to, you know, work for the 25 class, while we're also making sure that the guys in the 24 are still with us, if they're on campus, or even not with us until this summer. So I think we're in a really good spot. There's some spots that we continue to look for as far as filling in some gaps, and you know, our staff is all hands on deck for those to work towards that goal.
Coach, what was it about Coach Gillespie and Coach Roach that appealed to you as guys to retain?
You know, I think first of all, you listen to what the people around the program have to say, and you know, in regards to their relationships with the players, how strong their position groups were, who they were as far as people, as well as what their, you know, impact has been, you know, in the recruiting. And man, these guys have been amazing. They helped us keep the team together, I think, through some tough times, even before I was hired. I think they had a huge impact on that. And then once I got here, just locking arms with them and trusting them. Just like I asked the guys to be all in on me, I was all in on them, and they've been that way as well. They've allowed us to hit the ground running, you know, here these last 2 weeks on the recruiting trail, and you know, I can see very clearly that we've made some really good decisions on putting them here with us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Absolutely.